Hi guys, Keith Arkmer Farms. It is well, it's about the last week of January, and we're still harvesting a decent amount of crop out of our tunnels here behind me. But on top of that, I'm also thinking about next season and have been for the past month. So I'm actually in the process of restarting the farm like we do every year, and restarting the lettuce machine and the crop and the productions and everything else. So just want to kind of walk around and talk to you and kind of, well, not really show you, but more or less tell you what we've been doing. Let me show you. Okay, so field production is done. There's nothing going on out here. We do have a block of spinach that's covered up. Have not looked underneath it for a while, but I imagine it's still there. Out past that is the actual strawberry field. It's going good. Have not checked it for a while either. But that's not really what I'm wanting to talk about. More or less what I'm wanting to talk about is actually restarting the farm. Because every year we have to go through a process to get everything up and going. And first thing, every year, December, January, order your seeds. Order your seeds, order your seeds. Because they start to sell out and the shipping time just gets ridiculous for it to actually get here. I mean, I know I got stuff right now that I've ordered that'll be here almost like the first week of March. And that, for us, the way we do things around here is completely unacceptable. We have to have seed come the first week of February, which is actually next week, so we can start planting. So when I do my first lettuce, I start my kale, I also start my onions, and I'm sure there's other things I'm not thinking because I got a whole entire list of things that I have to do. So first and foremost, you start your seed. Second one would be to work on the business type stuff. We have a CSA. We have to get the CSA sold. I've been working on selling it since the beginning of the year. Have not been pushing that hard on it. Seems a little early for our region. I know a lot of people, I mean, they take care of the new year, new advantage, or new you, whatever you want to call it, and really push the CSA at the beginning of the year, kind of like weight loss and all those other things. It doesn't really seem to work here because we've only had a couple signups in this period. We actually had more at the end of the season last year. And typically, we really start pushing it come March when things start greening up, reminding people, you know, it's getting green outside, it's time to start thinking about vegetables, produce, getting outside, and that kind of really gets them going more or less. So that really helps out a lot. Other parts of the business that we have to really focus on is, I gotta get fertilizer ordered. That's another thing. We use Nature Safe 855. You can get it locally, well, 50 miles away. But I'm trying to recontact that guy. I haven't talked to him since last year. I think it's the same guy. Contacted him a couple days ago. Still haven't talked to him. Other than that, this time of year, at least in our state, we have to reestablish our LLC. So we're a LLC company, so we have to reestablish it every year. It's pay a little bit of money, no problem. It's just remembering to go there and do that. So that takes me to another point. This is something I've been wanting to do for the past couple of years and have not gotten around to doing. It's actually starting a checklist. So I can go through and say, hey, this is what needs to be done in January, and it has to be done in January, or I may end up paying, you know, whatever penalties because of it. Hey, now it's February. Now it's time to start doing this, and I have to pay this, because a lot of these payments only happen once a year, and when they happen once a year, it's just like crop planting or anything else. That happened a year ago. You're not going to remember what happened a year ago. There's just no way. So that brings you back to, we got the LLC. We also got insurance renewal. We carry general liability insurance. That usually does not pop up. I want to say it's in March. They actually are really good about sending us an email. It's through Campbell Risk. They're basically the go-to for small farm insurance. So that pops up. We have an online store. So we have our Shopify payment. We also have a domain name. So we have to pay for our domain, which I just found out after years of it floating in somebody else's name. that comes up in March as well. So that's another thing I'm trying to get on this checklist. I mean, basically trying to make a restart the farm checklist. And all this time, I mean, we've still been harvesting out of the tunnels. We still have storage crops we're harvesting. I'm working on other infrastructure projects like the tunnel behind me. The tunnel on the other side of it needs to look like it, but it never has because it was just a typical caterpillar tunnel. So it's only this one's 16 foot wide, cat tunnel. This one's 14 foot. You can't see because there's a bunch of posts inside of it, but in order for NCRS to be eligible for it, we have to drive them in the ground. So we're going to do that and expand this by using 3.5 of these hoops and bending them out, and that's a whole different story. You can see the one clear down there at the end. So that's another project we have going. We also have clearing out the end of the driveway because I want to get a better sign out there. We need better signage on the road. We're going to really push U-Picks this year. We're going to try to bring more people out to the farm. We're going to do U-Pick flowers, we're going to do U-Pick vegetables, U-Pick strawberries. So there's 3 right there. We need good advertisement from the street, just people driving by seeing it. Also have to get some signs out there on the highway, but I've got one big sign. It's 3 foot wide, 4 foot tall, and mounted at the end of the street, really clearing out brush, kind of make it not so, I guess, spooky to drive back on the big long driveway where you can't see anything, and make it more of a destination type area. So there's been a lot of work on that as well. And then there's just, you know, running the farm like usual. I got book work, I have to do my monthlies, I have to pay employees. Don't really pay myself this time of year because there's really not much to pay myself. But then I also have to consider getting all supplies in. I mean, we need bags, we need containers, I mean, we need everything. If we don't start pushing this stuff in early and really forward fund, when it comes time to do it, the lead times might be so long because a lot of this is so related to the farm industry that we might not have stuff when we need it. And if we don't have bags to put produce in, we are SOL. We can get labels, those are easy. Those are thermal labels, those are a common thing for everything. But I mean, bags, getting them shipped out, fertilizer, seeds, and also soil for doing starts in. We have enough flats and stuff, so we don't have to worry about that, because I know the major greenhouse stores and things are getting way backed up right now too. But this happens every year, especially since 2020. It's just gotten worse and worse and worse every year. So this is where the checklist is going to come in real handy. I'm still working on it. I've got the majority of it going, but you know, it's a working process every year. I'm trying to automate things. We're doing a lot through Airtable now, which is actually turning out to be really fun. I might do a video on it. I'm not exactly sure how much I want to go through, but I'll probably show you something eventually. We're doing everything. You print them off, you make your little QR codes, it goes to a form, goes directly there, input the information. Just beautiful, nice, simplified, really good for having a multi-person team, and then you can actually see what's going on without having to overly bother people to see what's going on. But it's chilly out here. I'm done. I'm going inside. That's kind of what we're doing. I mean, I hope everything's useful. Just trying to fill you in for this week. Show you more next week. So hope y'all liked me Saturday. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a chicken right there. Thank y'all. Have a good day.